Welcome to your library.
Dance in Libraries is a 2-year project. It's funded by Arts Council England and it's run by Richmond Art Service in partnership with the Borough Libraries for Richmond as well. The intention is that we create 4 new dance commissions which take place in libraries across the 2 years. So we're working with 2 choreographers this year and 2 next year. This year's choreographers are Seke Chimutengwende, who is resident in Ham Library at the moment, and Frauke Requardt, who is resident in Richmond Library at the moment as well. The residency with Seke in Ham Library has taken place over 6 weeks.
I was interested in the idea of borrowing and choosing. So in the library, you come in and you choose which book you want to read, and you can borrow it and then bring it back. And I wondered if there was a way we could create a performance that had that same structure. So you come in, you borrow a dance, then you put it back and you borrow another dance. We made lots of lists of 45 categories of dance, 45 different locations in the library. We just made lots of lists of 45, and I decided we should make 45 different dances that we could then sort of stock in the show. And the audience can borrow some of them.
As a fan of dance, I'm really excited to see something happening, not just in a different physical space, but somewhere where other things are happening, so other people getting books out or on the computer, to have this kind of one type of activity happening alongside these others. I think it's really amazing for both sides.
It has been even more interesting to have children around, because I think they are the most attentive to us.
Our normal library goers have reacted really well to having the dancers in the space. They've sort of come in, maybe been a bit bemused for a few seconds, but then when they realise what's going on, they sort of stop, watch for a while, and then after a bit just get on, start choosing their books again. So it's just another activity in the library.
I think we, from the beginning, discovered that there are plenty of moments and in the course of the rehearsing where we're actually finding ourselves upstaged by the public in a way, like the children, or there are some real characters that come through.
We're working with Frauke Requardt in Richmond Library. Frauke is a German choreographer and she's based in London. And we chose to work with Frauke because we feel that she has a really unique way of bringing a space to life, and we thought that her practice would be really great for this project because it really deals with people's own personal stories, and she has a great way of engaging with people and finding out those stories and then using them to animate the library space.
The piece is called What We Love, and in a very light way celebrates the joy of reading and the joy of dancing. So we have conducted a number of interviews here with library users at Richmond Library and asked them a series of questions on their reading experiences, where they like to read, what they like about the library, if they have a favorite spot. And we also asked a number of dancers on what made them dance, what they feel like when they dance. And we added all of those together to quite an open thing that comments on the one hand, or that gives an insight into the experiences that people have as they are reading. Some of those things then come to life. The idea for making it a show that uses headphones came from spending some time at Richmond Library and sensing the concentration and the focus in this space, which is quite an extraordinary thing, thinking about it being a public space at the same time. So we wanted to find a way to tell a story, have the text delivered, have a bit of music and all the rest of it without interfering with people who don't want to see our show, for example.
It's been an interesting experience because we've been trying to do different things in the library. We've had live theatre performed in the library, so as part of the ongoing commitment to try and make the library a more open and community-centred space, it definitely sort of appeals to me and to the team as something that we want to be doing. We want to shake off the idea of libraries just being for books and just being somewhere you come to, but libraries somehow impacting on people's lives and enhancing them in more ways than we currently work.
The whole thing, it was just lovely, such a lovely surprise to wander in, to choose a book and find all this waiting.
I think the success of dance in libraries has been bringing dance to a new space and to new audiences and challenging their preconceptions of what dance is and what dance can be.
Imagination. That is very important. You may have just stumbled upon this, so you were not ready to receive it, which may actually have been the best state. Not to have had any expectations. Just being open to the fact that people are dancing in a library.